Okay, this is a reaction video. This is from across the globe, the 10 most beautiful states in America. This is subjective, okay? I don't know which states they're going to list here as the 10 most beautiful states. I have my opinions of what I think is a beautiful state and what I don't think is a beautiful state. I don't know if I'm going to agree or disagree with any of these, but these are the 10 most beautiful states in the America and according to across the globe. So let's see what they have in mind.
America is made up of 50 states, which have their unique attractions. But which ones are the country's most beautiful? Ranging from the cherished National Park in Montana, which sits atop a supervolcano, to the fairy-like Northern Lights in Alaska. Here's my list of the top 10 most beautiful states in America. Enjoy! Number 10. Florida. With a name like the Sunshine State, it is no wonder that Florida made the list. With beautiful beaches, balmy weather, and a sweet Latin vibe, it's hard to know where to start when complimenting the state. But Florida is more than just its beaches. With mysterious wetlands, spectacular coral reefs, and the largest subtropical wilderness in the country in the form of the Everglades. The Florida Everglades National Park is a 1.5 million acre wetland preserve on the southern tip of the U.S. state of Florida. As well as being home to endangered animals such as the Florida panther and crocodile, the Everglades are also an important asset to humans, with 1 out of every 3 Floridians relying on the Everglades stream for drinking water. In addition to nature, Florida also offers the glitz and glamour of Miami. With the alluring magic of Orlando's Walt Disney World and the Spanish colonial architecture of St. Augustine, Florida is certainly one of America's.
My parents live in Florida most of the year, and I've been to Florida many, many times. It is a very, very beautiful state. I like Central Florida more than I like Southern Florida. I've been down to the Keys. I've been down to Key West and seen the Bowie. That's the southernmost part of the United States, and it is a very beautiful state. I probably would put it higher on my list. Maybe I'll make a list by the time this video is over of what I think are the 10 most beautiful states, but it is a very beautiful state.
Most beautiful states. Number 9. Michigan. Michigan in the Midwest is best known for its beautiful Great Lakes and its kind, hospitable people. Also known as the Mitten State, Michigan gets its name from the Lower Peninsula's unique shape of freshwater wonders, which resemble mittens. These waters account for 1/5 of the planet's salt-free surface water by volume. Michigan also offers the stunning Tahquamenon Falls, which has more than 50,000 gallons of water tumbling over its falls every second, and Kitchitippee, which is a must-see as it's Michigan's largest freshwater spring with more than 10,000 gallons of water bubbling up from the spring's limestone base every minute. Michigan is also home to the remarkable Sleeping Bear Dunes, which is a 35-mile stretch of sand which is so immense that it is visible from space. In 2014, the Dunes even won Most Beautiful Place in America in a USA Today poll, adding fuel to the argument that Michigan is up there with the nation's most beautiful state.
I've been to Michigan, and it is a beautiful state. I don't think I'd put it in the 10 most beautiful states list, but I certainly think it's a beautiful state. And most times that I've been up there, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the people up there. Really nice, friendly people, and a lot of good things to see. But I don't know that I would put it in the top 10, but that's my opinion.
Number 8. Colorado. With charming ski resorts and wildlife sanctuaries mixed in with lively cities and historical towns, it isn't hard to see why people are always raving about how beautiful Colorado is. With the colossal Rocky Mountains reaching up past the clouds and deep canyons carved into the ground by the Colorado River, the Centennial State has a diverse array of nature's beauty to offer those who enter its borders. Garden of the Gods, for example, is filled with wonderfully bizarre rock formations and has a reputation for wowing visitors with its rugged style, causing it to be aptly voted the best park in the country. Colorado's awe-inspiring Rocky Mountains are home to the ski resort Aspen. Aspen attracts the rich and famous to party and enjoy themselves year after year, with the resort's high-end restaurants and boutiques catering to their needs, as well as such famous landmarks such as the Wheeler Opera House, which has been Aspen's community venue for movies and concerts since its creation in 1889.
Now, I've been to Colorado before a couple times, and when he talks about the Rocky Mountains and all that scenery, a lot of that is to the west of the state based on my experience. I came down from Nebraska into Colorado, and I've also flown it. When you come in from the east, they call Denver the Mile High City. I'm coming to Denver, and coming from the east side, it's all flatland. It's farmland and flatland, mostly that what I saw. But when you get into Denver, and then beyond Denver, that's where you see a lot of that stuff there. Or probably in the north, because we drove north of Denver and we came in from east of Denver, but to the west of Denver, that's where you saw a lot of what they showed there.
Number 7. Oregon. Oregon provides beauty in both nature and urban form, with picturesque mountainous landscapes that rival any other on the planet, and equally as enchanting urban cities which bustle with life and charming architecture. Portland is the epicenter of Oregon's cool, hipster, and extremely liberal and environmentally friendly behavior, which is highlighted through the city's design-savvy boutiques and...
Now, that can be debated a bit about environment. Well, look, it's definitely a liberal city, and it's definitely, well, I guess I've never been to Oregon, so I can't really speak from knowledge, but I've heard different things about that, so...
ultra-hip eateries, which rub shoulders with...
But I have heard it's a very beautiful state, and I've been to the Pacific Northwest before, which is where Oregon is located in the United States. I've been to the state of Washington, and from what I heard from my mother, it's not too dissimilar from Washington, but still I've never been there before, so I haven't seen it with my own 2 eyes.
With friendly craft breweries and serene gardens. The emphasis on being green can be seen throughout Portland, having the largest number of vegetarian and vegan options for diners in the country, with almost 80% of restaurants being local. Oregon has a lot to brag about in terms of its natural beauty, whether that be the jaw-dropping rock formations of Smith Rock State Park, Hell's Canyon, which happens to be the deepest river gorge in North America, or the mighty Mount Hood, which is the second most climbed mountain in the world after Japan's Mount Fuji. With Hood's year-round snow-covered peaks, scenic alpine lakes, and stunning wildflower trails, there's no wonder why countless tourists scale the mountain every year. If you want a great example of what Oregon's outdoors have to offer, then look no further than the breathtakingly blue Crater Lake. Nestled in an ancient volcanic crater and surrounded by rocky cliffs, this crystal-clear lake is the deepest lake in America. This lake was formed from the eruption of a 12,000-foot volcano called Mount Mazama 7,700 years ago, with the volcanic basin filling and becoming the lake we know today. You could swim in the lake in a safe and legal fashion if you go to where the end of the Cleetwood Cove Trail meets the water. Although you better be confident in your swimming, as the lake is so deep that if you placed New York City's World Trade Center at Crater Lake's deepest part, there would still amazingly be 151 feet of water above the tower's highest point.
Again, that is a very beautiful state. I've never been there before, but my parents have, my brother and his wife have, and they raved about it. So it is one of the beautiful states. Like I said, I can't. If I do my list at the end of this video, I can't add Oregon because I've never been there before.
Number 6, California. California is the epicenter of the world for film and TV.
I was born in California, and I've been to California many, many times, and it is a very, very beautiful state. But I'm not sure I'd put it on my list of 10 beautiful states, but it is a very beautiful state, especially to the west and up to, if you're driving up the Pacific Coast Highway, it is really, really gorgeous. And San Francisco's area is a very beautiful area. So is Los Angeles. So is San Diego. And yeah, California is a beautiful state.
And has a beautiful natural landscape to accompany the Botox and drama. From sun-kissed surf beaches and fascinating cities to picturesque vineyards, rugged mountains, soaring redwood forests, and dramatic deserts, the Golden State has it all. With a lovely laid-back attitude, a divine Mediterranean climate, and a distinctive, colorful culture all of its own, California is hands down one of the best states to visit, with places such as San Diego, San Francisco, and Palm Springs within
It is a great place to visit, but I would never ever want to live there.
In its borders, the choices of where to visit are endless. The Sierra Nevada mountains is a hotspot for tourists, and it stretches for 400 miles from the Fredonia Pass in the north to Tehachapi Pass in the south. The mountains also contain one of America's most famous lakes, Lake Tahoe, which is 1,000 feet deep. With a beautiful drive along the Big Sur coastline, surfing in the picturesque waves of Malibu, watching the golden sunset over the Golden Gate Bridge, hiking in Yosemite National Park, or the Sonoma Valley's wine-tasting region, California provides beautiful spectacles that are sure to amaze all in attendance. Number 5. Montana. Montana is a stunning state which is home to many of Earth's wonders, such as a national park which sits atop a supervolcano. With vast lands of open prairies, mountains, and ranch towns, Montana is a gem on the crown of America. Yellowstone National Park is a wilderness recreation area which sits atop a volcanic hotspot and is nearly 3,500 square miles big. The park is home to dramatic canyons, alpine rivers, lush forests, hot springs, and gushing geysers.
Now, I've been to Montana, and I was only in a small portion of Montana. and it is absolutely breathtaking to look at the open scenery that's around Montana. It's called Big Sky Country, and it is absolutely gorgeous.
Including its most famous geyser, the Old Faithful. Old Faithful majestically erupts every 35 to 120 minutes for 1.5 to 5 minutes, with a maximum height ranging from 90 to 184 feet. It is not the biggest or the most regular geyser in Yellowstone, but it is the biggest regular geyser, if that makes sense. If you want to understand why Montana is so beautiful, all you have to do is look at the magnificent 1 million acre Glacier National Park, where crystal clear emerald lakes glisten, mighty snow-capped peaks stand tall and proud, and wildflowers bloom in glacier-carved valleys. With gushing streams and 700 miles of hiking trails, you literally could not ask for more out of nature. Number 4. Arizona. Right in the heart of the American Southwest.
I was just in Arizona earlier this year, and yeah, it's a gorgeous state. My nephew went to college out there and fell in love with it so much that he never didn't want to leave.
It's one of the most visited.
He actually had a job up in North Las Vegas waiting for him, and he turned it down because he wanted to stay in Arizona.
States in the country, Arizona. With painted deserts, majestic canyons, and more than 325 days of sunshine a year, it isn't hard to see why. Mixing Native American cultures and awesome landscapes, there is beauty in all corners of the state. Arizona's most famous attraction has to be the Grand Canyon. Boasting of 22 national parks and monuments, as well as a length of 277 miles, there is plenty to marvel at. With its natural formation distinguished by layered bands of red rock, revealing millions of years of geological history in its cross-section. On top of this, Arizona has the Painted Deserts, the spiritual Sedona's Red Rocks, and the historic Route 66. There is also the Antelope Canyon, which provides even more camera-snapping opportunities. While the state is on the dry side, Arizona is a stunning place, filled with plenty of western-like landscapes for you to live out your Clint Eastwood aspirations. All you need now is a poncho, a cigar to chew on, and one famous glare. Number 3. Utah. Utah is the state to go if you're looking for rugged natural beauty, because they have it at every turn. The mighty 5 national parks provide all your eyes need to binge on in the form of spectacular geology.
And I've been to Utah before as well. And again, all these states have this natural beauty. And it seems like we have we've had Florida here, but it looks like we're hanging out west, and we're missing quite a bit of beautiful scenery out east in the United States as well. But I'm going to continue to see where else we're going with this.
And views which are out of this world. The Zion, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef, Canyonlands, and Arches Park make up the mighty 5. And collectively, they provide some of the most beautiful stone-based landscapes on the planet, with the soaring Red Rocks Cliff of Zion National Park making it many people's favorite national park in America. Utah has more to offer than rocky landscapes. Skiers from around the world are drawn to Wasatch Mountain Range for its top-class ski resorts and what is arguably the greatest snow on Earth. The Beehive State has dinosaur fossils, Mormon heritage sites, picturesque towns on the side of mountains, as well as fine art galleries, which all deepen the rich culture of one of the most beautiful states in all of America. Number 2. Hawaii. Everyone has heard of Hawaii and knows the stereotype of drinking out of coconuts whilst lounging in nature's paradise without a care in the world.
Now, I've never been to Hawaii before, but, an Pacific Island off the western coast of the United States. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. Most of my family has been there before. I'm the only one who has not been there, and they marveled at it as well. But there's no question denying Hawaii's beauty.
World. Well, that isn't far from the truth. With exceptional flora and fauna, mind-blowing scenery is everywhere you look on the island, whether that be from the flowing lava spewing out of nearby volcanoes or the deep emerald valleys of tranquil beaches. Saying Hawaii is a beautiful state is a tragic understatement. The 50th and most exotic state in the U.S. is also the only one which is made up completely of islands. Its unique geological wonders in the form of Kauai's Waimea Canyon and the Pu'uano National Historic Park are the focal points for the state's rich culture and heritage. Hawaii also boasts to having one of the best locations for snorkeling in the world at Huanama Bay, and the planet's largest volcano, Mauna Loa, in its Volcanoes National Park. The whole state is utterly beautiful, with its sunrises at Maui's Haleakala National Park being a perfect example of how overwhelmingly stunning nature can be. Number 1. Alaska. While you might have first heard of Alaska in the Simpsons movie, there's a reason Homer and company headed up north to this beautiful state, which is filled to the brim with snow-covered mountains.
And I've been to Alaska before. It is absolutely breathtaking. It is one of the most amazing sights to ever see. If you ever get an opportunity to take a cruise up to Alaska, it is absolutely worth it. Glacier Bay National Park, and also going through Skagway and Ketchikan and Juneau. Absolutely gorgeous. Saw some killer whales up there in the wild. It was really, really gorgeous.
Dramatic glaciers, and endless wilderness. Alaska isn't just ice and snow, however, with rainforests teeming with creatures, volatile volcanic valleys, and Mount McKinley, which holds the title of the highest peak in all of North America. When Alaska meets the sea, a colossal mixture of sharp sea cliffs, glaciers, and windswept islands is what greets it. If you want to truly revel in Alaska's natural beauty, then be sure to head to the 3.3 million acre Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve for an awesome wonderland of ice sculptures, marine life, rugged mountains, a temperature rainforest, and glaciers which pummel into the ocean. Also, Alaska is a great spot to hunt for the fairy-like whimsical colors of the Northern Lights, with mythology claiming that the lights are reflections or glows from the shields of armor of the Valkyrie, female warriors who got to choose who may die in battle and who may live to fight another day. What state intrigued you the most? Would you have...
Now, I don't agree with everything on the look. This 10 most beautiful states basically focused on the West. Okay, and they missed out. And I know they had Florida and Michigan there, which is Michigan's in the Midwest and Florida's in the South, but most of it was out west, and they're missing out on a bunch of states. If I was to pick my top 10 states in no particular order, they're missing out on West Virginia, Maryland, Kentucky, Ohio, which is where I live. Is a gorgeous state. Tennessee is absolutely beautiful, and I would put Tennessee against any of those states on this list. Yes, Alaska was fantastic. I loved Alaska. State of Washington was very good. New York, upstate New York is absolutely gorgeous. The entire northeastern part of the United States, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine. Maine is another great state that I would put in there. I'm not making my list of 10, but there's so much to see. But they put 10 most beautiful states in here. And like I said, they missed out. Driving through West Virginia in October is absolutely beats anything on this list. But, tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you disagree. But these are the 10 most beautiful states according to these people. Please click like, share, and subscribe for them. And please click like, share, and subscribe for me. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.